What's going on? What is going on? Hope everybody can hear me. Hope everybody is doing well. We got a fight tonight. We got a fight tonight. Pretty big fight. What's going on? Yeah, everybody excited. What's going on, Picasso? What's going on, Truth Seeker? Hit that like button as you come on in the building. We're going to talk about this fight a little bit. Things seem to have gotten a little interesting. CaneloPlant, could he do it? Could he beat Canelo Alvarez tonight? The seemingly invincible Canelo Alvarez. A lot of people seem to believe that Canelo's going to go up in there and just knock this guy right out. I'm not sure that's going to be the case. I'm not sure it's going to be that easy for Canelo Alvarez tonight. CaneloPlant seems like he means business. I don't think he's just here just because he's happy to be here. I don't think he's just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? I think CaneloPlant came here to win. I think he came to win. And I think we're going to learn a lot about CaneloPlant tonight. He said he can't tell us enough about what he's going to do. He said he's going to show us. And we're going to be watching. We're going to be watching. We're going to see what CaneloPlant is able to do against Canelo Alvarez. I think he has a good style. I think he has everything needed to beat Canelo Alvarez. Some people may say, well, some people have said that Canelo Alvarez didn't look too good at the weigh-ins. I didn't notice any significant changes, but there was the testing this time around, right, for this fight. There was some type of testing, right? So, yeah. He has some testing for this fight. Let's see what everybody's saying. Let's wait till some more people get up in here. CaneloPlant doing the Bruce Lee. I mean, I think this dude means business, you guys. I think CaneloPlant's going to come up in here, and I think he's going to really show up and show out. If he could do if he could do the shit that he does to these other guys, to Canelo, then he'll be all right. If he brings that attitude into this fight, he'll be all right. You says Canelo wins? Yeah, I mean, that's what most people, say. And like I said, I think Plant can win the fight but lose the match. I think he can win a fight, but I think he'll probably lose the match. And that's just because we're dealing with Canelo Alvarez. It's going to be like some Brian Castano-Charlo shit. Picasso says, I think Plant should step to Canelo like Triple G in the first half and then switch southpaw and fight him on the outside for the second half. Yeah, man, I think Plant could do a lot to Canelo Alvarez. If I would just have some shit planned, but PBC and them be on some bullshit, so I don't even want to have shit rolling. But just based off some shit I've been watching from this guy, if he's able to do this shit in this fight with Canelo, if he don't get too caught up into the moment, if he's not too just deterred by the aura of just Canelo Alvarez, if he goes out there and fights him like he just fights any normal man, he can make Canelo look really bad tonight. He throws punches and bunches. He throws combinations. He has a fast jab, really good jab, good footwork, really good feet. Canelo Alvarez has some really, really bad feet. I think that might be the big difference in this fight. The fast jab and the fast feet. Canelo seems rather irritable. He seems rather irritable. People was pretty pissed off in my last video about Canelo too. People was pretty pissed off about that. About what I said about Canelo. But, hey, I think Plant has a good chance tonight, man. I'm looking at a draw. I'm looking at a draw. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at a draw. I mean, I think CaneloPlant could really win. I'm sorry, I just woke up. I think CaneloPlant could really win, but he's gonna really have to make it look. He's gonna really have to show dominance in the fight. He can't be on the ropes. He can't be getting tired. He can't be nothing. He will have to be absolutely perfect. If he wants to get a even majority decision or split decision, he's gonna have to look damn near perfect. Even if Canelo's the visitor, you still can't go into a fight with him. You know, you got to go up into a fight with him thinking that you down about 3 or 4 rounds. Because even if you beat him, you still might lose. But I think just based off the shit I've been watching with Plant, I've been paying attention to Plant. The dude is serious. You know what I'm saying? He's not just happy to be here. Real stoic dude, real serious, very disciplined. And I mean, he got a lot of self-belief. Canelo Alvarez don't like it because CaneloPlant's not showing him respect. Oh shit. Hey, Candace Network, you ain't lying, bro. That's what I'm saying. We gotta look at all the factors going into this fight, man. A lot of people just saying that Canelo Alvarez is just go walk up in here and knock this guy out. What? Whenever Canelo fought like a speedier guy, a slicker guy, he was losing until he caught the dude for whatever reason. He'll be losing these fights. You know, he'll be losing these fights. And then, you know, he'll catch the dude or whatever the fuck happened. The guy seems to be like he's just stopped fighting. And that's what it be looking like to me, honestly. And that's what kind of made me hop off the Canelo bandwagon when he's on his European tour, and it like these guys just stopped fighting. Like these guys just stopped fighting, man. Like what? You was doing good. Like what happened? So CaneloPlant, I better not see no shit like that tonight. I think CaneloPlant means business. I think there's a lot of bad blood between these two dudes. I think Canelo's will try to come out here and knock him out, make a statement. But also, people need to realize this is a big risk for Canelo Alvarez. There's no Oscar. There's no Eddie here. You know, there's 2 American judges. I mean, CaneloPlant just got to go up here and just do the job, dude. Because you best believe, you know, they hurting right now. This is why this card is trash. Because they have to pay Canelo Alvarez so much money. So basically, you paying $80 just to see Canelo Alvarez. If these guys if they don't sell like over 800,000 pay-per-view buys, they don't even break even, I don't think. So this pay-per-view has to do well for Showtime and all those guys to even make something. So they really banking on CaneloPlant to win. Why? So they can get Canelo ass again. Because even though there's rumors that Canelo will fight Jamal Charlo, that's not guaranteed. Canelo could take his shit and go elsewhere and drop the belt, so go up to fight Beterbiev with Top Rank or something. So it'd be best interest for PBC to make sure CaneloPlant wins and at least give him a fair shake on the scorecards if it comes to that conclusion. Give him a fair shake. It'll be bad for boxing if they rob the white American fighter in a big fight like this, I think. I think it'll be pretty bad for boxing if they did that. I don't think that's what they want to do. He just got to go up in there and make it look good. And I think he can do that shit. Go watch some fucking videos of this dude. He can make Canelo look really bad tonight. Much, much faster guy. He also has good defense. He just hasn't been in there with a guy like Canelo Alvarez. And I can understand why people will say, well, Canelo just go knock him out. Well, yeah, because we haven't seen CaneloPlant in there with a guy the caliber of Canelo Alvarez. This is a huge step-up fight for a guy like CaneloPlant. It's a big step up fight in competition, but sometimes some dudes rise to the occasion. He seems to be very militant. You know what I'm saying? He seems very serious about what he's doing. I think CaneloPlant will come out here and really give it his all and, you know, get the job done. Honestly, I think he can do it. Canelo don't seem too as certain. He seems pretty pissed off. Just irritable. He don't seem to be just relaxed as he, you know, poised and calm as he normally is. Fights leading up to a fight, he seemed very irritable going up to this fight. You know, maybe because he's more comfortable being fully in control of the fight. He's not fully in control of this situation. This don't mean he can't go out there and get the job done. He's a stud, but he seems to be uneasy going to this fight with CaneloPlant, who's a bigger guy, who's doing the fucking Bruce Lee. Look at the Bruce Lee shit he's doing. Look at the Bruce Lee shit he's doing. I mean, CaneloPlant means business, guy. You guys, I think he means business, man. He's doing the Bruce Lee flex. I mean, this dude's out here. I mean, you don't see too many people do that. The Bruce Lee flex. Motherfucker got a strong ass back. I don't know, man. And then he's a younger guy. How old is Caleb? Like 27, 28? He's a younger guy, fresher fighter, fresher legs, better legs. I think the legs, the foot speed is going to be the big factor in this fight. I think he has the hand speed to keep Canelo honest. I think he has the hand speed to blind him, to have him in a peekaboo stance, or have his high guard up to where CaneloPlant can really make it work. Go watch some CaneloPlant shit. I would show it, but PBC likes to flag people and shit. The dude could really make Canelo look bad if he comes out there and fights Canelo like he fights everybody else. He has everything it takes to beat him. And I'm sure he improved in his stamina department, because when I seen CaneloPlant in his fight with Uzataki, his big fight, I noticed he has stamina problems. So I'm like, okay, this dude has stamina issues. He can work, he can get busy, but he getting tired. But I also paid attention what he did once he got tired. Because I've been in the ring when you're fucking exhausted. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. He was up in there exhausted. He was still able to put Uzataki on his ass, and he showed dog. He took some shots on the chin, wild fatigued, and he kept pushing forward. So I needed to see that from CaneloPlant. So I believe he does have the dog. You know what I'm saying? And I also believe since then he probably improved his stamina. You know, so I think this fight's gonna be really interesting, man. You got some coaches saying that this is the toughest opponent Floyd Canelo been in since Floyd, style-wise, like stylistically. And he was right, you know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. And I went back and watched, you know, I've been watching this shit, you know, watching previous fights from both fighters, just to kind of see who could possibly win and shit like that. And I'm paying attention to certain strengths and weaknesses. CaneloPlant, he does keep his right hands pretty low, keep his hands pretty low at times. Canelo could possibly tee off and catch him, you know what I'm saying, with left hook. He ain't keeping his shit up. Canelo Alvarez, man, I went back and watched the Triple G fight. And I was watching when Triple G was putting it on his ass, man. and I couldn't stand Triple G. And I said Canelo whooped his ass. I had Canelo winning both fights. I went back and watched the first fight, man. Triple G was on his bumper, dude. I can see why people said Triple G won that fight now. And just watching the things that Triple G do, even though he's not the same type of fighter Plant is, Triple G has an excellent jab. In my opinion, probably one of the best jabs in boxing. But he's not the most slickest guy. He do subtle things, but he still gets hit. And for what he makes up for that, he has an iron fucking chin. He has a robotic chin. So Plant's not necessarily that type of fighter. However, he does have a really, really good jab. Really, really fast, speedy, blinding jab. He can use it in a variety of different ways. This could be a tough fight for Canelo people. If CaneloPlant comes out there and is not caught up into the moment, do not be surprised. That's all I'm going to say. Do not be so fucking surprised. Do not be surprised. He's a better athlete, right? Canelo probably is someone on. He's out here playing golf. He probably on somewhat of a downslide. You know what I'm saying? He's probably someone on it. He got a lot of fights, a lot of camps. There's accusations. We gonna see how he looks tonight. We gonna see if his stamina, endurance is there. We gonna see. We gonna learn a lot tonight. We gonna see if he's able to keep up with CaneloPlant. We gonna see if he's even gonna be able to keep up. Keep up. We gonna see what type of fight Caleb brings to this fight. I don't think Caleb's gonna make it easy for him. If anything, he's not gonna make it easy for him. He has all the tools. He has the 4-inch reach advantage. He has what? About a 4 or 5-inch height advantage. He has the youth on his side. He has every advantage going into this fight other than experience. He's the naturally bigger man as well. He can really keep Canelo on the outside all fucking night long. Canelo trying to weave his way in, and CaneloPlant just pawing that jab out, tripling it up, doubling it up, sneaking in right hands, pivoting off to the side. I mean, he could do a lot of shit to this dude tonight. Is Canelo in his best shape for him to be dealing with the style that typically gives him problems? A style that typically gives him problems. He's in there. He's going to be in there with tonight. We're going to see if Canelo really leveled up. We're going to see if he really leveled up. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. Salute to D Luckett. I see you. He said Canelo arguably lost to Lara. He says Canelo going to give a banana to Plant. Plant's 29. Okay. I thought he was still. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Canelo's motivated to get a knockout. Is that the right approach? Is that the right type of idea to have? Is that him somewhat overlooking CaneloPlant? You know what I'm saying? I've been watching some shit on this dude, man. I think he has the shit. He has the style. He has the mentality. I've been paying attention to Plant. He's really stoic. He seemed like a really serious dude. Ain't no jokes, no games. You know what I'm saying? He's not your typical, white American fighter trying to smile and shit. Nah, he ain't smiling. Nah, he out here to hurt you. CaneloPlant means business, man. He ain't showed Canelo Alvarez no respect, and Canelo did not like that because all his opponents leading up until now have been showing him a lot of respect. He got comfortable. Now he's uneasy. I'm not saying Canelo ain't gonna go up in there and do the job. He's a stud, like I said. But he's definitely uneasy about this fight. He's uneasy. Yeah, Caleb's already in his head, man. He said, Plant, go get him. William Old School Eder says Caleb needs to keep Canelo in the middle of the ring, and he needs to keep his jab in his face, and he needs to hit him with power punches to keep him on. Yep. CaneloPlant really he has what it takes, right? He has the style, the skill set. He just gonna have to make it look good. He gonna have to really embarrass Canelo. Basically, that's how you beat him. It's not about power and all that. You gonna have enough power to keep him honest. But you gonna have to really embarrass this dude. You gonna have to really make it look like you separating yourself from him. He said he's gonna knock him out in the first 15 seconds. Why would it be that easy? So if, for the people who think that CaneloPlant's a bum, don't stand a chance, you cannot give Canelo that much credit for if he beats him. Because if Canelo beats Plant, I'm giving him a lot of credit because I think this is a bad matchup, a stylistic matchup for Canelo. Not to mention he's the naturally smaller man. He's not the bigger guy. He's not the older. I mean, he's not the younger guy. Normally Canelo's the younger guy in his fights, right? He's fighting these older dudes and, guys, that's him in this fight. Salute to D Luckett for the super chat. He says Canelo seems to be emotional. Could be his downfall, right? He seems to be more emotional than usual, bro. He's normally really relaxed fight week, like it's just another day in the office. He's smiling. He's not all, his face all frowned up all week, just mad. Like he's not enjoying the moment. Like he feels something. Yeah, bro. And it's no shade towards Canelo, but People really making him out to be some monstrous puncher all of a sudden, and like, bro, like, no, that's not Canelo, bro. Just because he's been overseas, people got just misconstrued because he's been on this European tour, beating up on these guys who I feel is probably tailor made for him. Who I feel that somewhere in the fight they just stopped fighting. And I've seen fights like that with Golovkin, and I've seen fights like that with Ryan Garcia. Like, this dude just stopped fighting. Just the dude doing too good, and the next thing you know, he just stopped fighting. Next thing you know, he losing. Next thing you know, he got knocked out. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm gonna pay attention tonight. I don't think that's gonna be the case tonight. I think CaneloPlant's coming to win, man. I think that's all he needs, just to come to win. Don't come up in here respecting this dude. Don't come up in here getting too caught up in the moment. Don't do none of that. You got to come up in here with the mindset that I'm better than this guy. I have the athletic ability. I mean, he's the better athlete. CaneloPlant has a lot of advantages. He can really come out here and fucking pull off the upset tonight, people. He really has a big chance. In my opinion, he has. Look at him. Not many people could just do that right there, bro. This dude got a strong core. He's a strong athletic dude. Younger dude. You know what I'm saying? Man. Hell of an athlete, too. Hell of an athlete. I've been watching him. The motherfucker got fast feet. He can do all the he's a really good athlete. He's a much better athlete than Canelo Alvarez. The only advantage Canelo truly has in this fight is the experience. Everything else, defense, that's up in the air because footwork is defense too. Canelo has excellent defense, moving his head and slipping punches in the pocket. Plant could do some of the same shit. So that's up in the air. The chin, Canelo has an iron chin. Plant's shown to have had a solid chin. We don't just truly know. We go find out tonight. We may find out tonight how good his chin really is if Canelo is able to land something clean on him. Canelo can't go into this fight with this dude amped up. He's a slick boxer type. So that's going to be his natural mentality, to be the outboxer. Canelo got to be patient, and he can't be winging them hard telegraph shots that he likes to throw at times. He can't be missing shots. It's going to be hard for Canelo. He going to have to, in order for Canelo to really land and load up like he normally does, Plant's going to have to be standing still. In order for him to get Plant to stand still, he going to have to be cutting the ring off. Could his feet work? Could his Canelo's feet keep up with CaneloPlant's? We going to find out. Canelo has been shown to have bad knees and, shit like that. Bad knees. But to make up for shit like that, Canelo will hit you anywhere. He'll hit you in the arm. He'll hit you wherever he can hit you, and it's going to hurt. Amir Khan said it felt like he was getting hit with bricks. Amir Khan said it felt like he was getting hit with bricks. Hit that like button for your boy. Should be a pretty good fight tonight. He said Canelo can win with just one hand. See, that's that groupie talk, bro. You said his Plant getting smoked, loyal to the game. You don't really. I can understand why most people will believe that. I mean, I can understand. I can understand why people believe he'll get smoked because that's what Canelo's been doing. But I think CaneloPlant's different from them British dudes, man. We different over here in America, man. It's different. It's different. It's different. CaneloPlant ain't showing this guy no respect. The usual respect Canelo's used to getting, he ain't got it. The circumstances of him being the house fighter, the A-side, full A-side fighter, he don't got it. He's the visitor to this fight against a young, hungry challenger who's taller, longer, faster, maybe stronger. CaneloPlant seems to be in the best shape You know what I'm saying? He's 29, so he should be fully reaching his prime, at least his physical prime. Should be interesting to see. Will the drug testing show us a different Canelo tonight? The fact that there was a little bit more stricter testing this time around. Salute to Jason Williams. What's going on? He says Canelo's, what's up, Baki? He says Canelo says he has something different and special for Plant. I think he's switching to southpaw. You don't need to do that. That's not gonna work. Canelo's main game plan will be to make sure you can stop this dude. Make sure you're able to cut off the ring on this dude, or you can force him into a fight. Because Plant really good at it, setting the range and shit too. I noticed he's really good at controlling the distance. If he fights a disciplined fight and don't show Canelo no respect, he can whoop his ass tonight, man. He said Plant is not a fighter compared to Canelo. Well, then, Eduardo, you can't give Canelo credit if he beats this guy, bro. You say, okay. Adrian Gaines says, I like Caleb, but there's no way he knocks out Canelo. He's never going to get a decision. Caleb has never fought anything close to Canelo. I want a good fight, but I say Canelo win easy. I don't know. Have you guys? I don't know. I see it being different. I don't see it necessarily being that easy. You know, I don't really think it's going to be that easy for Canelo Alvarez. He's been over there in the UK beating up on these guys so everybody magically believes that, you know, just because he's been beating up on those dudes over there, they're not dudes from over here. There's a difference. Those guys, they can't deal with Mexican fighters over there well. They can't. They begin smoked. They begin smoked. He says Plant is going to touch Canelo's body more than his usual opponents. Hey, I see it too. The jab to the body. You know, Plant has a lot of speed. And he's a younger, fresher fighter, man. You know, people like to say, well, you know, Billy Joe's the better boxer. Billy Joe is the most undisciplined guy probably that had a belt for the better part of 3 or 4 years, man. Always out of shape, fat. You know, he's up and down in fights. Last time he looked good was David Lemieux. So you never know what you're going to get with Billy Joe. You just never know with Billy Joe. You know what I'm saying? CaneloPlant is a much more disciplined guy. A serious dude, seems serious about this shit. He seems serious. He's not just happy to be here. He's not some older fighter, you know, who finally got a good payday and he's just happy to be here. We go see tonight, man. He showed Canelo no respect. Sanctus, salute, but Sanctus, he says, Ward is an expert on dealing with bully mentality opponents. Kovalev, Miranda, Frotch, Rodriguez, etc. If he's still that to a degree in Plant, it may pay dividend. Absolutely. He says Plant's going to get counted just like he did. We go see. I mean, you know, Canelo came back with a little slap. The glasses actually cut him. So we go see what happens. CaneloPlant is a bigger guy, younger guy, faster guy, longer guy, probably stronger. And he's probably just not reaching his prime at the age of 29. Canelo Alvarez has been in a lot of fights, a lot of training camps. We go see. And there's been some strict testing this fight. Some people say Canelo didn't look great at the weigh-ins. They say he didn't look too great at the weigh-ins. So, I mean, I could agree with people. Yeah, Canelo's going to knock him out. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's Canelo Alvarez. That's what he's been doing. He's regarded as the best fighter in the sport. He's regarded as he's going to be regarded as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time if he beats CaneloPlant tonight. He's going to be regarded as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. But in the same note, CaneloPlant is a bum. He didn't deserve a fight and all this other shit. So they're going to give him a lot of credit for beating a bum. I don't really get it. I don't really get it. Yeah. Let's see. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. Jason Williams says, do you think Plant can stick to the game plan? But yeah, I think he can. And I think that'll be his best. I mean, Caleb Plant has a lot of ways he can win. I think he's at a disadvantage close range. I notice he seems not to be too good close range, but he's okay. But he does throw a lot of uppercuts. He mixes up a variety of different punches. He throws that left hand a lot. He has a really good, consistent jab. He throws a variety of jabs. Caleb Plant has all the tools in his fight to beat Canelo Alvarez. Hey, hold on 1 second, you guys. Yep. Bro, I swear, Sanctus, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I mean, Canelo's good, man, but we go find out tonight if he really, really improved since the days of him struggling with guys like Floyd Mayweather and S90 Lara. I think it would have been better for him to tackle that approach, that style, when he was a little bit younger, a little bit fresher. Canelo be, plodding around the ring and shit. Unfortunately for him, these guys be standing in front of him, kind of letting him dictate the fight and control the situation. If Caleb Plant's in this fight and he's the ring general, he's letting Canelo know, like, no, I'm the ring general. You're going to fight the way I want you to fight, when I want you to fight. Man, it could be a fucking irritating, frustrating night for Canelo Alvarez. We can see the frustration on his face, him whiffing shots, Caleb Plant's countering him, moving around on the outside. I mean, it's probably gonna be a significant foot speed difference, man. I think that's gonna be the main thing, is the hand speed and the foot speed. Canelo has good hand speed, but I think Caleb Plant has better hand speed. He could change up the speed of his punches. He can really mix up power in those little flurries he be throwing. I see him. He drops guys with that little shit. They say he don't got power, but he still is able to put a lot of guys on their asses. I think his power is good enough to keep Canelo honest. He's the naturally bigger man. I mean, I think Caleb Plant can make this thing interesting tonight. That's what people are paying $80 for, just to see Canelo Alvarez tonight. Salute to the D Luggett for another super chat. He says he just needs to frustrate Canelo with movement and feints. Yep. That's it. He has enough of it. His biggest downslide in this fight is that the big fight experience. Everything else, I think he has it in the bag. He just got to do the work. And I give Canelo a lot of credit. He win tonight. So the guys that saying Plant don't stand a chance, he's bummed. You can't give Canelo credit for this one then. Because I plan on giving Canelo a lot of credit, because this is like a test to see if Canelo could truly pass, deal with that type of style. Because in the past, he has gotten a lot of help dealing with that style from judges. But see, those was his situations. Golden Boy and, those was his situations. This ain't his situation. If Canelo Plant beats Canelo Alvarez, that'd be huge, man. It'll be better for boxing. It'll shake things up. It'll give us something to really talk about. It'll show people that Caleb Plant is for real. And it'll show everybody that Canelo Alvarez has a true rival in the sport of boxing. Because Triple G's too old now to be a rival. He's kind of too old now to be a real rival. But Caleb Plant, they're around the same age. He said GGG will crush Plant too. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess if that's what you believe. I don't think so. Triple G don't even want to move up in weight at all, bro. See, look, now I don't know boxing. Well, who would you talk? Oh, y'all arguing and shit? Plant is a joke. That's what I'm saying. You can't say Plant is a joke, but then give Canelo like the credit of being the greatest fighter of all time, bro. You can't do that. If Plant is a joke, then you say, you know what, Canelo just fought another bum again. I'm tired of him fighting these Ivory Uniman guys. That's what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to be upset that Canelo's fighting CaneloPlant because you feel that he's a bum. That's what you're supposed to feel like. But instead of acknowledging CaneloPlant may be a sleeper opponent who may have just needed the opportunity, who may just got that opportunity, he may show up and show out. Because not only have I paid attention in the recent days, recent weeks or whatever, to his style, his skill set, but his mentality. He's a serious dude. CaneloPlant ain't here like a Chris Algieri or, you know, he's a serious dude, pretty serious guy. He ain't playing no fucking games. I believe that he truly believes that he's the best and he could beat Canelo Alvarez. I truly believe that he believes that. But he just gonna have to show it when the lights is on. He gonna have to show it. It's gonna be electrifying when that first bell ring. It's gonna be electrifying. People's anticipation. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna land the first punch? Who's gonna react well or badly to getting hit first? It's a lot of things. It's gonna be good. Oh, AJ Johnson says Canelo fans on boxing scene are worried about Al Heyman stealing the fight. Hey, they should be worried. Yeah, yeah. This is why I give Canelo Alvarez credit. He's in hostile territory. He's the visitor this time around. This is something normal. This is not normal for Canelo. But the money was too good for him to not take the risk. So they lured him in with the money. BBC and Showtime, they lured him in with the money. Canelo, remember, he didn't necessarily take the fight. He used a little COVID thing and didn't want to take the fight and, you know, drug testing and whatever. They gave him what he wanted, $40 million. Plus pay-per-view. Of course, they gonna have to make a lot of buys to make even on what they spent out for this dude. So you best believe that PBC and Showtime is gonna do whatever it takes to make sure they get Canelo Alvarez again. Because just because he said he'll fight Jamal Charlo, don't mean he's gonna come back and do it. He'll go off and say, you know what, fuck dealing with these guys. I'm getting up out of here. I'm gonna go fight Beat Bev at Top Rank or something, or go fight, you know, Beevil or somebody. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to make sure he wins just so they can get him again. Because then if Plant wins, they winning anyway. If Plant wins, they winning anyway. They got a young Caucasian American fighter who's talented, who beat the man in Canelo Alvarez. So now they can have nothing but a bunch of in-house fights and don't have to pay 40, 50, 60 million dollars for one guy to where they giving fans a bullshit ass card. The business comes into play with this one too, people. Got to pay attention to the details. Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellerbe, and them, they really rooting for CaneloPlant to beat this dude. Why? Because it's good business for them. Canelo's not a PBC fighter. He's a visitor. He's a free agent. He's a visitor. That they paid a lot of money to come visit. So you think they go sit there and let CaneloPlant get robbed? Canelo Alvarez, this is why he's saying he's going to knock this dude out. Because Canelo Alvarez don't feel easy about the judging situation probably. So he knows he's going to have to come out here and knock this dude out. Because for one, he possesses a style and approach that typically gives him problems. He's a faster, younger guy. He's bigger. Right? Canelo was just playing golf. Canelo was playing golf. We go see. We go see if his European tour helped him or hurt him. Because he's been on that European tour for a while. I'm not sure if fighting these tailor-made opponents was good for him. It's good for building your confidence. You know, you're knocking these dudes out and put on a good show. But did you really improve? I mean, Danny Jacobs, people say, oh, well, they got mad at my video why he don't fight elite black fighters. They say, like, Danny Jacobs. I'm like, bro, Danny Jacobs, he was falling down the hill. Danny Jacobs was falling down the hill. And if you could say that Leo Santa Cruz was 32 in his prime, then you could say that Jacobs, past his prime at 32, then you could say the same for Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Jacobs hasn't looked good since Triple G fight. He's not he's a black fighter, but he's not the type of black fighter that gives Canelo Alvarez problems. He's kind of right in front of you. Pretty stiff. He's not about to be on the back foot, shuffling and sliding. He's not about to be doing any of that. But CaneloPlant has that. And we haven't seen him in there with that since what, Lara? Since Lara? And unfortunately for him in that situation, it was his situation. It was a golden boy situation. So all he had to do was, oh yeah, there was something I wanted to show you guys real quick. Let me see what the comments say. You said who I got? Well, Damone Daniels, I got it being a draw. That's my final conclusion. I think it's gonna be some type of draw. I smell controversy. I don't know. I still, even despite everything I say, I still kind of feel that it'll be hard for CaneloPlant to get a full clean cut unanimous decision. I feel it may be a split majority or something like that to a lesser degree, other than a draw. Or Canelo Alvarez winning a split or majority. I just don't see this fight being just one. I don't know. I don't see it being easily one-sided for Canelo to where he can get a clean cut unanimous. And I don't see them just clean cut giving CaneloPlant a clean cut unanimous because it's Canelo Alvarez. So we go see though. We go see what really happens. We go see if Canelo really, if it goes to the scorecards, what's gonna happen? That's gonna be interesting. I mean, we go see how this fight really plays out. We're gonna see how it plays out. What the judges gonna be looking for. It's 2 American judges too. But I got Plant. Ultimately, I got Plant winning the fight but losing the match. You know what I'm saying? I got Plant actually winning the fight, similar to Brian Castano, Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Castano won that fight, but he lost the match. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's what I can see. Picasso. He wins the battle but loses the war. But I think it may demand a rematch. But if Plant loses tonight, Canelo may take his belt, take his money, and get the fuck up out of there, dude. That'd be a huge hit for PBC Showtime. Huge hit. It'll be huge. And then if the pay-per-view don't do as good as they probably predicting it to do, oh my God, dude. That'd be a huge loss for them. Oh man, this is a big game. They put a lot of money. They poured a lot of money out of the bank, out of the they put out a lot of money to get Canelo Alvarez there. So much to where they will have to do certain numbers on pay-per-view, over 800,000 to even like make their money back or some shit or break even. You know what I'm saying? They will have to do big numbers on this pay-per-view. And really just to make sure they get their money back, they will have to make sure CaneloPlant wins. Salute Cole Dans. What's going on, man? So brother, no one said I want Sweet Hands to win. Yeah, man. We gonna see if he can get the job done tonight. We gonna see if Caleb Sweet Hands Plant can get the job done tonight, man. This is gonna be a tall order to beat Canelo Alvarez. It's not gonna be easy to beat Canelo, man. But I mean, I think this dude has what it takes. I think he's a disciplined fighter. He's unlike the guys that Canelo's been fighting. weight drain guys, older guys. You know what I'm saying? Guys that, like Saunders, who's not the most disciplined dude. CaneloPlant's a very disciplined guy. He's serious. He's stoic. He seems like he means business. I look at the mentality of this dude, because I know you're gonna have to be strong mentally to deal with a guy like Canelo Alvarez. Just a moment, just the aura of being in there with a pound for pound level guy. Sometimes these guys get starstruck or whatever, and they don't perform well, and they end up getting their ass kicked because they just too caught up into the moment. But I think CaneloPlant is strong enough mentally to come in there and like, man, he's just another dude, and I'm gonna show him, I'm gonna beat him just like I beat everybody else. This could happen. This happened in boxing before. It could be another Buster Douglas moment. He doing a Bruce Lee flex. You know what I'm saying? He doing a Bruce Lee flex. That means he's serious business, man. That means he's serious business. Yeah, Cole Dance, I hope we get a good fight. I expect it to be good tonight. I expect it to be good. It could be just a chess match. Expect the chess match tonight. Expect the chess, exciting, electrifying chess match. Just to build up to the fight, the anticipation, the importance of the fight is alone is just good enough for me. You said Plant is going to beat Canelo up early, but Canelo's going to chop him down late. Yeah, and that's going to have to be Plant's main mission, is to not let Canelo figure him out and gain the upper hand in the fight. He will have to keep the momentum the whole fight. He will have to keep the momentum the whole fight. He said CaneloPlant fights more like Demetrius Andrade, but has more power. CaneloPlant is more clean. Andrade tends to get really sloppy. I'm not sure if he's doing that on purpose, but Andrade gets really sloppy in there. CaneloPlant's not getting sloppy in there. He's a more serious guy. You know what I'm saying? It should be interesting, you guys. I'm not saying Caleb's going to go up in here and just knock Canelo out. And I'm not saying Canelo's going to just come up in here and knock out Caleb. I think it's going to be a draw ultimately. But I'm expecting a good fight. And I think it'll be better for boxing if Caleb won. Like I said before, I think it'd just be better for boxing. Canelo Alvarez's legacy is cemented. What he's done is cemented. He needs a rival. He needs a rival. And for the past few years, he's just been mowing through guys over there in the UK. But now he's back over here in the USA. That fight should be coming on in a few hours. I'll probably be watching the UFC leading up into the main event in boxing, because I'm not that undercard is just. I think the UFC event is a little bit more important than that undercard. The UFC event is a good one tonight. That's a good one. We got a good night of fights tonight, gentlemen and ladies. Good night of fights tonight. If Canelo Alvarez beats CaneloPlant tonight, I give him a shit ton of credit, man. I think this is a tough fight for Canelo. I think it's a tougher fight. I think Canelo deserves credit for beating CaneloPlant. See, so many people out here saying CaneloPlant's trash. Well, then how could you give him credit if Canelo just beat trash? CaneloPlant, this is his big moment. This is his opportunity to show the world where he's really at, who he really is. He may rise to the occasion, people. It could happen. He seems to be strong mentally. He seems to have the mentality to do it. We go see once that bell rings. We go see once he walking out to that ring. Because he's already in Canelo's head. Best believe that. He's in Canelo's head tonight. He just got to do the work. Use that quick hand speed. You pop that jab out. Use that quick footwork. He can make something happen. He can make something happen. Yeah. He gets sloppy, Mr. Classic. Andrade gets really, really sloppy. He throws a lot of looping shots. Andrade just, I don't know what the hell he be doing, man. He just be up in there playing. You may be right, Surgeon of Death. He may need to start slow, set the tone, set the pace, and then pick him apart later in the fight. They say Caleb is in the best shape of his life. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he's in phenomenal shape. He's the fresher, younger guy, people. He's a fresher, younger guy. Canelo got bad legs. I mean, I was watching the Triple G fight again. Canelo legs, man. Even Triple G feet kind of gave Canelo a little problems. Luckily for Canelo, he's got a really good head movement. But Triple G was on his ass, man. CaneloPlant is a much, much, much faster guy than Golovkin. And this is an older Canelo since then, who's kind of been on autopilot, if you ask me. Oh, yeah, Canelo's definitely coming to win, dude. Absolutely. He's getting the bag. He's cementing his legacy for sure. He's doing something no other Mexican fighter has done. So, hell yeah, he's coming to win, dude. I'm not saying he'll come from there and let Caleb just and work and style and profile on him. No, hell nah. Canelo's serious because he knows CaneloPlant is serious. See, the fans and shit think CaneloPlant is a joke, but Canelo deep down knows this dude is serious. And that's why Canelo has this type of attitude this fight. This dude is really serious. He don't respect me. He thinks shit sweet. Okay, I'm going to show him. I'm from Guadalajara. CaneloPlant feels the same way. This is a real fight, man. I think it's going to be a real fight tonight. Oscar Valdez said in an interview that he said that Plant is afraid. Afraid of what? No, JGG got really good. He's really good at cutting off the ring. Yeah. He had Canelo on ropes at times. CaneloPlant not necessarily that type of fighter, but he will walk you down. I mean, I've been watching CaneloPlant videos just to kind of get a refresher on the guy. He got the tools, man. He definitely got the tools. Canelo can't afford to get blinded by his hand speed to where he's keeping up his high guard, because that's when CaneloPlant really works. Because he'll hit you with 5 or 6 punches, upper body, throwing uppercuts, hooks. He throws combination punches. That's another thing I noticed. He throws more than 2 punches at a time. He throws 2s and 3s and 4s. He throws combination punches a lot. Will he bring this into the Canelo fight? We go see. It's a really good fight, man. Good matchup on paper. I think people are doing themselves a disservice by downplaying CaneloPlant. I think you should be like, yeah, this could be a tough fight for Canelo. This is a younger, hungrier fighter. Some Canelo typically don't really share the ring with. A bigger, younger, stronger, hungry fighter who's not weight drained or nothing, right? Who's not on no weight drain, who. But yeah, I've been on here for almost an hour. I just wanted to talk about the fight before it got started. I just hope for a good fight. I feel like we may see a draw tonight because I feel the rematch is going to be warranted. I don't know. I think it's going to be a draw tonight. A draw or some type of controversial type of decision. I don't see it being a clean-cut unanimous, and I definitely don't see a knockout. But I wouldn't be surprised. This is boxing. Hit that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000. Your boy Bushido is on the road to 10,000. We on the road to 10,000. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.